This is the big payoff. Here we finish up doing all the stuff to it and actually get the grinding wheels on it when we're all done. This wood is a little punky, so I'm going to use some high-performance wood hardener. Penetrates deep into wood, reinforces soft wood fibers, forms solid base for filling. This is left over from another job. We repaired some porch railings. I think I put too much in there. The porch railings had rotted out at the bottom. They were posts that ended up sitting on concrete, and they sucked water up into the end grain. And there were large sections of the post that were really soft. When I say large sections, I mean like 2 inches square. So I loaded those sections up with this stuff and then filled it with wood putty. Filled the gaps with wood putty. That worked amazingly well. It was $12 for that little can, but it meant that I didn't have to go through and replace 10 posts on the porch, which saved me a ton of work. So I'm going to put this stuff on here. It's going to kind of act like varnish, not really varnish. It's wood hardener. And that's going to strengthen up this stuff and make it last a little longer. So 20 years from now, somebody's going to say, I wonder where he got that. And you'll all know exactly what they were talking about, because you watched it happen. Now I'm going to sand off this stuff, and this penetrates so well, it doesn't matter if I sand off the outer surface, it's going to be still there. It's going to waterproof it, make it a lot stronger. Well, I guess I didn't put too much in that can after all. I'm going to use most of it up, if not having to add more. Yep, got to add a little bit more. Now I'm going to paint this, because this wood is not anything that you want to have varnished. It's not like it's a really classy material. It's just old scrap plywood. But as a rack for grinding wheels, it's going to work really, really well. There. That should work. Now this chip brush, it's pretty much toast. Once you put that stuff on it, it doesn't wash out. I'm going to take some of this wood putty and fill in this handle. Okay, let's cut the threaded rod now, get that fitted up. Still got teeth on it, that's good. I always seem to be using the 36 tooth per inch. Now that I've got the threaded rod cut, I need to clean up the ends of the thread. Face shields are a pain in the butt. Inconvenient, awkward, but the one time you don't use it that you need to, it's a bad day. There we go, 1/4 inch washers. Need 4 of them. So we'll set those right here. Have them handy for when I need them. One on the front side. Actually, there isn't any back or front, it's just front's facing me. Do I have any 1/4 inch nuts in this magic little box? Yep, right there where I expected them to be. One of the things I like about Tractor Supply is you can go in and buy bolts and nuts by the pound. And I take advantage of that. Okay, test run, see if this is going to work. Confidence is high. Oh, almost forgot the washer. Okay, test run, see if this is going to work. I'm tempted to run a drill. Just clamp it onto this thread and run it on through. Chances are I will screw up the end threads and I will save myself no time at all. Because by the time I get done chasing the threads back, I could have easily spun this in just like this. Okay, there we go. Run this one up. And put a matching set on the other side. Now the proper thing to put on here would be wing nuts, but I don't happen to have any on hand. Yeah, I even checked the storeroom. Got 5/16, 3/8, no quarters. So for this test, I'm just going to run it down with a plain old hex nut. Now, ideally, I'll have a 1/4 inch washer in here. It's not quite 1/4 inch. But it will fit over that hole. So we will do some fabricating. And voila! Now that's a handy little thing. Not all of these have the shelf underneath them. The filer doesn't have a shelf. I'm thinking I'm going to need to get one. But being able to take your grindstones and set them up underneath there, and have them so that they're accessible too. You can turn them like this. Take off the ones you need, put them on the grinder, and then put them back on. Switch them back and forth. I'm going to make one of these for my grinder too. Because right now I have everything in a drawer in the bottom. Which works, but it's hard to find them, and the grindstones are kind of a pain in the butt to get to. I also need to make a rack for all the other attachments and utensils that go with the thing because it really needs to be improved. After I get done working on George's equipment, I'll tackle mine. That worked pretty good. Hardly any dust, no dust in the air. That worked pretty good. Hardly any dust on the bench, no dust in the air. Bet I got a pile of it in here though. Oh yeah. Just a bit. And that's what it would have been floating in the air if I hadn't had the dust collector and this little collector on it. Nothing like paint to make something look good. I think there's enough in here to finish this job. We'll see. Part of the idea behind the paint is just to seal it up. Some of it's cosmetic. You know, you want it to look good. But also, paint tends to keep a little of the water from penetrating the surface and keeps it from drying out, keeps it from getting wet. All done up. Okay, George, there's your rack all done. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. YouTube tells me that 95% of you guys visit more than once, but only 15% of you are subscribers. Why not take a minute and click the subscribe button? Click like while you're at it. That way you won't have to do it when you come back. Thanks for watching.